Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to They Said It, We Verify. In a world overflowing with opinions, headlines, and half-truth, it's easy to forget that there are always two sides to every story. Here, we don't just repeat what you've heard, we research, investigate, and uncover the facts that others overlook. No spin, no bias, just well-researched analysis, because you deserve to know what's real. Subscribe and join us on the journey to set the record straight. Today we are unpacking a story that blends politics, power, and the Constitution. It started with a simple hospital visit that exploded into a national conversation. Peter Obi, the former governor of Anambra State and a high-profile presidential candidate, recently visited Edo State. He donated 15 million to a Catholic hospital in Benin. But what followed wasn't an applause for the donation. Rather, it was a warning. Edo State Governor Monday Okpebholo said this.
There is a new sheriff in town. He cannot come to Edo without telling me, because his security will never be guaranteed. Whatever happens to him when he's in Edo State, he will take it. I am serious about it.
Now let's pause right here. The statement hit like a thunderclap, and it raises real questions. Can a state governor block, restrict, or warn a political figure from entering the state? What does the law say? What does the Constitution say? So, ladies and gentlemen, let's verify it. Governor Okpebholo claims the warning was not political, just protocol. He says as Chief Security Officer of Edo State, it's his job to be informed of any high-level visit that could attract crowds or trouble. And he has a point. His state recently saw mob violence. He's trying to keep order. That's part of his job. But here's where it gets complicated. Under Nigeria's constitution, governors are not officially designated as chief security officers. That title is more ceremonial than legal. Section 215, subsection 4, gives governors the power to give advice or directive to the Commissioner of Police in their state. But those directives can be overruled by the President. The translation of this is that state governors are responsible for security, but they don't control it. Policing remains a federal function, so while a governor can request better coordination, they cannot block a citizen, even a political rival, from entering their state. So let's talk about rights. Section 441, subsection 1 of the 1999 Constitution guarantees every Nigerian the right to move freely throughout the country. No governor, no local law, no commissioner, no one can take that right away unless a court says so. And Peter Obi, as a former governor, knows that. He also knows protocol. He's traveled across Nigeria more than most, and in many cases, yes, he's given prior notice, but courtesy is not the same as compulsion. Now here's where the governor's legal team comes in, especially the Attorney General. Every governor has a chief legal advisor. The AG is supposed to ensure every policy, statement, or action follows the law. So when Governor Okpebholo went public with that warning, where was the Attorney General? This was the moment to say, sir, we can't say this. It may sound like a security measure, but it could be interpreted as a threat, and it may violate the Constitution. The role of the AG isn't just to draft laws, is to check power before it crosses the legal lines. Let's be honest, this wasn't just about Peter Obi's security. This was political. Elections are coming. Tensions are high. Obi is a national figure, and Edo State is a battleground state. This was about power, message control, and optics. But that doesn't make it legal. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar called the governor's statement unacceptable. Former Minister Osita Chidioka called it dangerous and authoritarian. And they are not alone. Many Nigerians see this for what it is, a veiled attempt to intimidate. So, what should have happened? If the governor had genuine concerns about security, he could have quietly asked for coordination with the federal police. He could have reached out to Obi's team, even behind the scenes. Instead, he chose a public threat. That's not security protocol. That's political theater. And it sends the wrong message that our democracy has borders based on political party. So this is the bigger picture than Edo, bigger than Obi. Because if a governor can issue warnings to citizens for entering their state, what stops others from doing the same? Today is Obi, tomorrow it could be an activist, or a journalist, or a citizen with an unpopular opinion. That's how democracy starts to slip. So here's what we know. Governors don't control borders. Security concerns don't override constitutional rights. And the role of the State Attorney General is critical, not just in writing laws, but in preventing overreach. If Governor Okpebholo truly wants to lead a secure, lawful state, he needs better legal guidance and a firmer grip on the Constitution. And if we, as citizens, want a stronger Nigeria, we have to demand accountability, because rights don't survive on autopilot. They survive when people stand up and say, that's not how this works. Thanks for watching. They said it. We verify. My name is David. Let me know in the comment section was this a security call or a political overreach? Don't forget to subscribe. We've got more to uncover. See you next time. Thank you. Bye.